Welcome to Pips to Profit. My name is Cameron. In this video, we're going to be going over how to get this indicator, how to set up your charts to look just like mine, a nice, smooth, clean, functional charting system, as well as some good tips and tricks for TradingView to make your life a lot easier. To get the indicator, you're going to click on that link down in the description below to take you over to Discord. It's a free group to join, 4,000 members, everybody trading relatively the same style. Fantastic place to be, and it is free. Lots of great information over here in these channels. Lots of people sharing their thoughts and different setups on the day itself, talking with one another and sharing information. But to get the indicator, you're going to come over here to where all of these channels are, and you're going to click on the indicators channel. It's going to be the very first one that pops up here. You're going to click that link, and then it's got the instructions down here as well. Click link, scroll down, add to favorites, add indicator to chart. So we're going to head over there now. I've scrolled all the way down to the bottom here where you get this little blue button, and it should say to add to favorites. You're going to click that button, and then you're going to go back to your charts. And once your chart pulls up, you'll be able to go to your indicators section. It'll be in your indicators. You click it, and now you can apply it to your chart. But before I get into those indicator settings, let's go into the actual chart settings. And I'm going to show you exactly what mine look like. I'm using black and white candles. These are all the things that I have checked in the current colors. Going down to status line, I have a lot of things unticked, so I'm not seeing all this information all over the chart. That's kind of distracting. You don't really need it there. All right, but one of the big things that I want to point out is going to be down here in the events. I get a lot of questions about when does the day start? When is the very first candle that prints on the chart, and when does the day start? You're going to click this session breaks right here, and you can set that up however you would like. But the day begins with the very first candle that prints to the right of this dotted line here to answer that question. All right, so that is some of the settings for my chart settings. Nothing else really huge has been changed, but let's get into what does the indicator settings look like. All right, so up here in the left, you're going to see that I do have that Pips to Profit indicator pulled up. I've got the text to large, just personal preference, making sure that you have that days box checked off. Now, if you're trading like crypto and things like that, there is a weekend sort of button over here you can click. If you want to turn that EMA on, more power to you. I don't really use it. But I do have all of the session boxes checked off. It's going to automatically do the times for you and do all that stuff. Now, I have my daylight savings time box unchecked as we are now in Eastern Standard Time. So that is good. That will accurately depict what times. It all is based off of New York time. So all you have to do is Google what time is it in New York, and then you'll be able to figure out if you have it correct or not. All right, so these are going to give you some of your opening price for like 1 hour and 15-hour candles within your session. If you're looking for those good time engulfments or trap trading sort of behaviors, you can turn those on at any time. You also have some more options down here for like opening range. It'll automatically put your opening range, the high and low of Monday, as well as your initial balance, the high and low of Tuesday down here. We'll do all that automatically for you. As you scroll down, you're going to notice the previous day's high, previous week's high and low, previous month's high and low. You can check or uncheck those as needed, making sure that you put the history back to more than just whatever it says. All right, I have mine to 100. I have 3 weeks back and also 2 months back for the previous month. The big one I wanted to focus on, though, was this previous day high and low. And then making sure that whenever you do put that up there on the chart, you've got it set to lines, and then the width is you can just do whatever you'd like. All right, I do have my daily open up there as well. So that's what DOP stands for, daily opening price. And so whenever you have that checked off, it's going to show up on the screen something about like this with that daily open, and this is what it looks like at this point. All right, getting back into these settings. We also have the round numbered boxes down here, and you can set this to whatever you'd like, but usually what I'll do is I'll just check off the double zeros and the 25 and 75, and I'm going to show you what that looks like right now. All right, with that box checked off, this is what your chart is going to look like as long as you finish completing the settings. So I've got the double zeros, 25 and 75 checked off. The zeros is a solid line. The 25 to 75 is a dotted line. All of them are width 1. The thing that you need to make sure you're making, you take a note of is you can either have this set to all to the right, which is going to put all the lines over here to the right without intruding with current price. But I like and prefer to have it on both for backtesting purposes, is also looking at the rest of the week's price to see what they have done thus far. And then I've changed it from 8 to 16 to ensure that those boxes are extended in both directions. Now, depending on what TradingView service you do have, you might be limited to only one indicator, and that's great because this indicator is all inclusive. You only really need one. However, if you do have a paid service where you can have more than one, noticing over here I have them all stacked up, and this is great for turning on different functions of the indicator without having to go into the settings and change them separately. All right, I really enjoy this function, and it makes things a lot simpler. Another thing that you can do that I really enjoy with TradingView is you can set indicator templates so that you can make changing between templates very easy. Up here, you're going to see these 4 little rectangles up here, these little squares. You click on that, and then it'll drop down with whatever it was in there before. But what I've done is whenever you set up your indicator template however you like, what you can do is you can go back in there and then click on this and then hit Save Indicator Template. It'll come up with something like this. You just name it. And then whenever you hit Save, make sure that you check off the little star up here, and that's going to give you these different indicator templates so that you can very easily and quickly switch between whatever you'd like to see, whatever indicators you need for that current situation. Another really great function of TradingView, coming into the drawing panel, you just turn this bad boy on, and then you can choose whichever tools you want. I have these tools up here. You can move this around simply by clicking the little dots and it'll drag it around, but those are all your favorited tools. So what you can do is you come in here to whatever tool you'd like, hit the little star button, it'll add it to your toolbar, and then you can put that toolbar wherever. Me personally, I have things like horizontal line, horizontal ray, rectangle, vertical line, trend line, long position, short position, all the necessary things that I need to do my charting on a day-to-day basis. A really useful function over on TradingView is going to be the creation of your watch list. And sometimes people like to just chuck all their pairs in there, and that's totally fine. But if you want to be a bit more structured and organized like I am, you can set up sort of categories. So like I have all my different types of trading setups. Whenever I do my analysis the day before, if you've seen my live streams every Tuesday and Thursday at 5 p.m., I like to categorize what I'm looking for on the next day to make it very easy to reference. So what you can do is you come up here, you click these 3 dots, and then you can click Add Section, name it whatever you'd like, drag them around, and then you can, like I said, categorize whatever pairs you want for the next day. Now, let's say that you don't want to use the pips to profit indicator. That's totally okay. Another good option is just to come up here and click on indicators, and you're going to type in the weekday separator by Rob Minty. You also have Asian session range by Rob Minty. You just have to set those up for the different times and things like that. It makes it a little bit more difficult and a little bit more time consuming. However, you can still set it up exactly the same way. The week and day separator is going to give you these days down here at the bottom of the screen. Ultimately, one of the biggest questions I'm always getting asked is, how do I get this previous day's high and low indicator to look like yours? So let's go through and check those settings real quick. So if you've got your previous day's high and low indicator, you're going to click into those settings, and you're going to notice that I have mine set to crosses. Okay, so if you have just applied this to your screen, it's going to have it set with these lines, and you're just going to have to change that to crosses, and that will give you this nice clean look of just straight lines across instead of that back and forth stuff, which I'm not really a fan of. All right, you have to do that, of course, for both sides. Do something like this, and then you can change the color to whatever you would like. I hope this video has been useful. If it has, let me know down in the comments below. Like the video, subscribe if you have not already. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day.